I do love inversions things. You take something and you turn it upside down the other way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's something stupid occurs. Just something really interesting occurs. And I've got two just to start with, which are very well known and almost over known. Just to warm you to the idea, this is a tippy top, which of course, when you spin it nice and firmly, steady, on the plate, it inverts with a bit of luck. Yes, just briefly. It turns upside down, basically. That's what it does. And another one, which is extremely well known in inversions, is what we've been selling on our website for some time, which is the upside down goggles, which this is a version a friend Terry Pope made with beautiful prisms, but put them on and everything's upside down. That's an inversion. But anyway, let's move into something which is much less known, but inverts. This is an extraordinary idea. Since records were first invented, the idea was you have a needle and a record turns round and round and the needle comes on. And the needle does move from the outside groove to inner groove, but it's basically static and the record goes underneath. Invert that, you get this extraordinary thing. This is a book that appeared, done by Fisher-Price a few years ago for children. And there are records for these very small ones that they used in those days, but not, these are pre-chip days. And there's a record on every page, and clearly that's not going to move that record. You can't move the book. It's absolutely fixed. So how on earth do you play these records? Well, you have to have a little gadget. And this is the gadget that came with Fisher-Price. There we are. Quite a chunky little thing with batteries inside. And there's a needle in here. I don't know whether I can make this work, but I'll have a go. If I push that and push that, there's something turning around there. You can see that, perhaps it's not out of focus, but that's a needle that's going round and round and round. So let's see if we can actually put that on a record, and perhaps if we're lucky, it's a very small needle, but it's, it's a sharp, it's not long playing. But anyway, I'll try actually putting it on the book, and you have to get that exactly lined up with that piece, and then we turn it on and see what happens. Etc. There's a whole spiel there that they sing. Quite a nice little choir. They're all done on this first record. Then if you're getting deeper into the book, and we're going to have another page over here, every single page for the kids to enjoy has got a record that plays. Let's run on. Etc. etc. And all the way down to the last page we try. Yes, here we are. This is a denouement. It needs to be fixed on there, and then it push this to start it. So they did. So a wonderful book for kids because it's got this marvelous acoustic property of having a record static and the needles running around the record, making it work. And that's a very, very nice inversion. So ace one there. There's another inversion thing which I've come across in toys, but only very recently, which is fascinating to think about. When I was a kid, you've probably done this yourself when you're a child, you practice some inverting the art of speaking by, instead of exhaling as I'm talking, you inhale, and of course your voice goes balmy, and I'll try it too. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm inhaling completely, But anyway, some genius in America discovered that the rubber chicken, which has been out for years and years and years, works much better if it inhales, not exhales. So when it squeezes, nothing happens. But when you let go, there's a vacuum in there now. A dying chicken. Here's a much more recent one. That was when it first came out in rubber. Now it's in plastic. And again, nothing happens when you squeeze it, but then here, yes, much better noise. And of course, the dying effect is so nice. With an ordinary thing where you just push it like that, this is a pig. It only works that way. So it's exhaling, which is what I'm doing as I'm talking. It's much more fun, really, for a chicken to be inhaling, and then you get that wonderful decaying action of the thing. So I think it's brilliant. And the last item to show you is this is quite esoteric, actually. Those hot pads, which you probably got, you punch them and then they give off heat. You put them in your pocket. Here's the opposite, which I got in about 20 years ago from Japan. You're supposed to punch it here like this. A water sachet is broken, it mixes with a chemical, and it becomes cool. Where's the word? Well, cool. So you put this against your fevered brow, you got a bit of relief at last. It's called endothermic reaction, whereas most of them, as one of my friends who's on the website knows all about the chemistry, most actions give out heat, and that's what you use for a hot pad. This is a much rarer thing, endothermic, absorbing the heat. Well, we're coming into the era of global warming, so I'd love to see more of these coming around. This is marked 1989 Sanrio Limited of Japan. I haven't seen it since, have you? Very interesting idea. Inverting, endothermic, drawing in heat for fevered brows.